Good morning, America, and good morning, every one of you from wherever you are on this big planet. Thank you for watching. Thank you for building your cosmic consciousness, and in the process makes this world a much better place to be for us all. All right, we are still into this SOS to the world deadly window. Now, I don't know how many of you have experienced the effects of the reptilians using those cosmic winds to create havoc, to kill, to expose secrets. But it started a few days ago, just before I left, at the beginning of this window. It was about, 11:30 at night. And my wife and I, we were just talking about taking the trash out. And I opened the door, and oh my God, I heard scream like you wouldn't believe. Oh my gosh, this lady was screaming nonstop. I mean, you could hear that girl for miles, I believe. She was so loud. So got my gun, jumped into my car, and seeing where the noise was coming from was pretty easy. I just had to drive and pull my window down. Of course, by the time I arrived, there was already 5 or 6 people there, and then the cops arrived. So I thought, okay, well, she's being taken care of, literally. So, during those windows, be careful, my friend, because what you say, what you do will follow you for the rest of your life. Now, those young kids fighting each other do not know me, do not know the cosmic code jurisdiction, have no clue. They are oblivious of my cosmic work. They're either religious or they are, atheists. I don't know. The point of the matter is now that there is a police report against one of them. I don't know what it is, and that's going to follow him or her for the rest of their lives. That's why I write those windows and those quatrains to prepare you so you do not become a victim of the stars which are manipulated by the reptilians. Now, I came back again from the East Coast, and God knows, I warned my co-pilot, my team driver. I tell him, you know what, we're going to see a lot of cops on the roads and probably much more accident than usual. Oh my God, see the pictures in the newsletter. Not the one that I provided a link, which is the latest newsletter, but you have links to the older newsletter that you should keep an eye on the news that are collected using Nostradamus' 16th century divine astrology methodology. So go and see the picture. Obviously, a young driver. There's plenty of new drivers that pop out of school. They have not much experiences. He kind of turned right a little bit too fast without maybe looking at his mirror, and then there was a car and a lady there, and he squeezed her against the metal ramp, killed her. So basically, you can see the pictures of a long rig. The hood of the rig is out. The car is completely smashed, and you have the trooper there, and then we saw the ambulance. But anyway, so what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know how many of you have been touched, but I have. And that's why I'm explaining all this to you. That's why you're watching those videos. I don't know how many of you think they could escape the police during one of these SOS to the world and got a ticket. Don't speed, because there is always an overactivity involving the police force during those days. And the cops do not know. They kill each other. They kill innocent or law-abiding people. They're being killed. And they do not know. And here I am. This work should be mandatory to every single police officer. They can use my software. They could see those nasty plutonic windows coming up. And the software that I have can be easily connected with the trooper's computer. It's very easy. It's there. The technology is there. The information are there. So those guys will go back home, because many cops did not come back home. And they do stupid things during those windows because they are not cosmic conscious. All right, of course, you're going to have stupid video getting viral, but something like this that can save your life, will save you money, will save you a headache, or save you a report, police report that will follow you for the rest of your life, is not going out there. That's the world you're living in, a world made of idiocy, stupidity, religious poisoning, and skepticism. Move on to some of the news that I have collected that reflect the obvious quatrain and the obvious keywords. Third child, death, blamed on toxic shock like illness linked to COVID-19, affecting 73 children. Again, COVID-19 doesn't care your age, your race, where you are, you're rich, poor, it doesn't matter. This virus is deadly. This virus is real, regardless of all the conspiracy head out there who don't have enough common sense to realize this is serious. Okay, so the word death was mentioned, and there we go. Now we got the kids being victimized. A few famous deaths also came up. Actor and comedian Jerry Styler died. He was 92, so he had a long life. Of course, everybody dies every day, but famous people or famous death depict why this actor went during this timing. Florian Schneider, co-founder of Kraftwerk, died, also 73. As I said, I'm 70 years old myself. If I was to die in 3 years from now, I'll be quite upset because I want to do a lot of things. I want to teach more. I want to help people. And when all this nightmare is over, you will read in the newsletter, I intend to actually give all my teaching for free. It's so important for me to pass it on. So when it's all over, you can read the information. You can already reserve your seat because when everything is said and done, a lot of people will want to join on my free teaching. So just email Turania, you have her email address, and tell her, hey, I'd like to participate, and she will put you in a special file. So when it's time to go, we'll let you know where we're going to go, and then we meet you there. Okay? My work is much more important for you and for your kids and for the world at large, not to offer it for free anymore. All right. Roy Horn of Siegfried and Roy duo dies of coronavirus. Again, we all know about this guy who was playing with tigers. And of course, the next thing you know, during those windows, a famous person again died. Okay, I just collect 3 of them, but there's probably a lot of people, though I didn't mention this one, but there is a lot of famous people that died. In fact, a lot of famous or non-famous people will die during those windows because these windows are what the reptiles use at best. What else do we have? Iran naval exercise accident killed 19 sailors. That was today or yesterday. 19 kids died during those windows. The army, the police, the Air Force, your president, your elected government officials, they are not cosmic conscious. What a disaster for the world to take chances during those days and hope to escape the reptilians. You want playing Russian roulette. 21-year-old rapper shot to death in Brooklyn today again. The reptilians infected gang, they don't care the age. The others gangs, they're jealous. They don't have the money. They don't have the fame. They're trying to get this kid to pay or something else. I don't want to know the ramification, but it stinks. And it's all set by the reptilians. He doesn't want to conform. He doesn't want to do things. Or he was himself part of a gang. He didn't do the right thing. Boom. Gone, 19 years old. My God, he's 21 years old. 26 years old surfer killed in California shark attack. During those windows, not only sharks, dogs, bears, lions are much more aggressive than usual. So if you work in a circus, if you work with wild animals, or if you decide to go surfing, during those windows, the reptilians will lead a shark to bite you, to kill you. This is not a joke, my friend. It is very, very serious. And if you think divine astrology is a pseudoscience, you've got something else coming to you, because it is not. And I prove it to you all the time, including with my next window. Read the newsletter. You have the link. Click on it. Avalanche kills 23 years old skiing on the Italian mountain. Death news. Why? But they die all the time. Of course they die all the time. They die during those windows. But why you won't die and they will die? Because their they are also under their own personal negative biorhythm, which means you already have the negative SOS to the world, but you also have your own very specific negative or positive days for that matter. The people win lottery. People having great time because they are on their positive or negative cosmic biorhythm. You have the link. Educate yourself, read about it. It may be, invest in it and then check it. Say, well, doctor, you're right. Or Dr. Turi, you're bull. Believe me, it is not bull. And bull, nothing in my work. And not me to know and you to find out again. There you go. I wish all those people had access to their 2020 personal cosmic biorhythm and realized that the reptilians red carpet took them away. Now look at this. Customers shot 2 McDonald's employees after being told to leave due to coronavirus restrictions. Dramatic death news, murder. Again, during those windows, be careful what you do, be careful what you say, because people are not people anymore. The reptilian effect is there, and you know they're in your head. You heard me before. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to tons of video that I generated for you so that you can understand what you're dealing with. It's real. What else do we have? 3 people charged in killing security guard over mask policy. Oh my God. You're in hell. You're not going to go to hell, my friend. This is it. This is hell. But you can make it to paradise if you have cosmic awareness, cosmic consciousness. This is amazing. Just be careful during those windows. They are going to come back. That's why it's crucial for you to become a Patreon or a Cosmic Code VIP. So at the beginning of the month, you know when those windows, universal windows, are going to make you prone to get killed. Okay. Now, if you want to dig deeper into my work, not only you're going to get access to all this at the beginning of the month, but you're also going to have the option to dig on your own personal cosmic biorhythm. I mean, know where you're going to be at the wrong time, at the wrong place, or at the right time, at the right place, and hit the lottery. But you're going to say, Dr. Tree, if you know all this, why don't you do it for yourself and win the lottery? Because you're not allowed. When you own such a gift, such a high power, you're not allowed to use it for selfish aims, selfish ends. You got to use it for others. And then God is watching. Karma always comes down. All right. Now, let's move on. Ex-cop, 64, and his son, 34, are arrested and charged with murder of black jogger Ahmaud Arbery, 25, 2 months after his fatal shooting. Well, that was during one of my negative plutonic windows. I said, the police will make the news. A freaking ex-cop and his son. You know, in New York, I have a retired police chief, good friend of mine. Hi, Paul. I know you're watching, my brother. Thank you for your service. You and your son. I got, so many letters from mothers, brothers, sisters, husbands, wives who are cops. When will I get the help I need to teach you for free to be aware of those windows so your loved one can come back home safe and sound? Oh, don't expect the police chief, the police department, the police administration to take me seriously. Oh no, that's woo-woo stuff. That's astrology. That's UFO. That's bull. Oh, that's ridiculous. The fear of the ridicule costs you your life, your loved one, your mother, your sister, your brother, your kid's life. These guys are behind the big desks. They're not facing the criminals. They're not in the street. That's why it's so very important to think, okay, how can I help Dr. Turi? Of course, your good words and your support is always welcome, don't get me wrong. But we have to do better for the police and the FBI. I don't know. I think I can dance on my head for as long as I live. My work will only serve future generation who will be born with a better brain, more intuitive brain. Just generation thing, I guess. I think another one, Indiana Indiana officer shoots and kills driver after chase police. I told you, if you watch the video, a crazy lunatic will kill somebody. The police will be killed, or the police will kill. And then the next thing you know, when I'm there, proving to you the values of my work, it should be realized how important it is. You're talking about life. You're talking about precious lives. And instead, you have those stupid videos being, I don't know, I don't want to get emotional again. I don't want to get negative. But you know what? This world is loaded with morons, and the morons are in charge because they've been put in power by the reptilians to keep this world stupid. Again, the drill here. The reptilians need your chaos and fear and greed and negativity in order to survive in dark matter. To those of you who have watched my videos, nothing new. Those who just jumped in, pay attention. Ousted vaccine director complained alleging coronavirus warning were ignored. Again, secret to light. Russia, doctor filmed before he fell from window. Jesus. Oh my God. 2, 3 of them fell out a window. Yeah, sure. They were pushed in Russia. Okay, the word Russia is mentioned. What else do we have involving Russia? House releases transcripts of closed-door Russia probe interview. Secret to light. Russia, pretty obvious. Russia is rapidly becoming one of the world's coronavirus hotspots. Report 10,000 new cases in a day. I tell you what, Mr. Putin, you'll die of a heart attack in time. And so is Mr. Kim Jong-un. And guess what, Russia? My God, there's so much bad coming your way. Draco told me this country is targeted. Iran, North Korea, Russia, targeted. The next negative, terrible dragon will hit Russia and will hit the fifth house, love, romance, and children of the United States. So be ready, the United States is going to lose a lot of children, either with something you can control like a war or sexual transmitted disease. I mean, to the kids. Long story. I don't want to get there. When I start to write my 2021 Nostradamus Dragon forecast, maybe you want to put your hand on it and be prepared, because everything that's happened with your government, what happened in England, when the fire in Australia, what happened with coronavirus, everything was predicted at the universal level last August in my book, 2020 Nostradamus Dragon forecast for all signs. You have the 2020, you can get it for free. No, the 2019, you can get it for free. And the 2020 is there. So just check, because I'm not being just universally telling you about a coronavirus, but also mention that airline and cruise corporation, cruise line, we're going to go belly up. That is in last August, my friend, well before you read it all over the news today, they're all crashing. It was predicted. I'm not saying this, yeah, I'm the best. No, because there are things for you, because this dragon is affecting you in a very specific house. So doing the ostrich business and sticking your head in the sand, it ain't gonna help you. You need to face your fear and battle your fears. It's okay. God is there. Jesus is there. Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the Mormon, Hare Krishna, witness of Jehovah. God knows what you do. You sank in. What you believe doesn't matter. God is real. And so is Jesus' cosmic ministry. That was just totally manipulated and turned into the Bible junk, when the reality of God speaking His will through the sign, like I do, and giving it to you every single day, is ridicule. So much you have to learn, my friend. You're there for that, and the numbers are growing finally. All right, what else do we have? The most finalized regulation that gives more right to those accused of sexual assault on college campuses. The word sex is mentioned. This pop out. Memphis International Airport sees 1 million loss of COVID-19 pandemic persists. Super well, I told you. World's second oldest airline filed for bankruptcy. Hey, you go. Well, that's what I wrote in August, and it's just happening today or yesterday or whenever. Don't you think you should be a little bit more curious of how these cosmic winds are going to get to you and your family? Where is logic? Where is your sense of curiosity? Where is your ability to control those cosmic winds instead of suffering by not knowing or not wanting to know, oh, I'm going to go to hell if I follow Dr. Turi or listen to his astrology stuff. I'm going to go to hell. But guess what? You're already on hell and you're on stupidity and your fear feeding the reptilians. Sorry for me being honest. This is the way I am. All right. You know what? I have to re-emphasize the things that are so very important. Okay. Since President Trump became the president, he had one thing in mind, and you can't deny this. Okay. That was and still to build a huge, thick, fantastic, tall wall. And money is being poured to still build this wall. You don't need to build a wall, Mr. President. It's already there. Your wish came to pass. You're the most powerful man on the planet, controlling the most or directing the most powerful country in the world. So you're the icon, you're the father, you're the top. And whatever you say, what you either think, every one of us who have elected you, okay, will now have to suffer your fate, your idiosyncrasy, and your war. Half of America is not racist. The other half is, obviously. That's why there is such a split, okay? So half of America wanted a war like Trump. Their thought becomes like a laser beam. I don't know how many of you have watched my video, but the future is nothing else than the reincarnation of your thought. This is what it is. New York, Paris, the computer, the car you drive now, this microphone did not exist once upon a time. So coronavirus did not exist. People don't like gay. The next thing you know, AIDS pops out. People don't like black people, Latino or Native Indians or Chinese. Next thing you know, bang, this crowd is being, cursed by coronavirus because of the negative thought. The thought was generated by your president, which is the most powerful man on the planet. There is billions and billions of people that are as racist or share the same UCI, the same unique celestial identity, the same dragon, the same racist dragon as President Trump. That's why you have white supremacists. They have the same stars. They have the tail of the dragon in Sagittarius that curses the world with foreigners, with our connection, with our ally in foreign country. Everything that led America to control the world is now down, eliminated, because President Trump wants to put America in a box. And he did with coronavirus, which is the end of the thought of millions of people. Guess what? America, July 4, 1776, is a cancer country. Cancer is food. This country can produce food and feed the world. The second house of money, July, August, is the head of the dragon in Leo. The head of the dragon of the United States is Leo. Leo rules the king. Leo rules supreme control. America was designed and it was imposed by God to become the leader of this world. This is the stars of America. Your president has now neutralized the head of the dragon in Leo of the United States. So America is not the leader of the world anymore, because your president is afraid of an invasion from foreigners. It's racism from the get-go. And you cannot deny, if you listen to your president so many times, it's obvious. It's his stars. I don't care if you support him or if you don't. You don't have to give me the thumb down when I'm trying to educate you. I don't care about President Trump and politics. My work has nothing to do with politics. I'm trying to make you aware of something that is so subtle, so powerful, so magnificent, so unknown. The super conscious power that you were born with to create your reality. You are where you are now today because of the thought you had yesterday. And you will be where you will be tomorrow because of the thought, which act like a laser beam, will act also and manipulate the atomic structure of everything around you, including the mind of our scientists who create or weaponize science with viruses. Of course, conspiracy are real, don't get me wrong, but that's not the point. Don't look at the tree and miss the forest, okay? So half of Americans who are racist and are part of this negative conception, this negative creation of coronavirus are now prime target by what they have created. Remember, magnet will attract a piece of wood. If you're not racist, if you're for love, light, education, intelligence, progression, okay, there is no way the coronavirus will get to you. That's why it's important not to fear it. But if in the bottom of your heart, you don't have love, you don't have integrity, you don't have true universal Aquarius love for all, okay? You are a target to the reptilians because that's your negative thought that by the law of karma, we have to bite your butt. I don't know if you are able to assimilate, understand, or even accept such high spiritual information, but I can only give you my best shot, my friends. We are where we are today because of our thoughts. Now, just think. Tell me what was this? Tell me what was this 100 years ago? Didn't exist, Dr. Turi. What was the city you live in right here, right now, wherever you are? Paris, France, New York, Washington, D.C., Miami, wherever you are, LA. What was it 2,000 years ago? Nothing. Look, it's here. You touch it, you feel it, you see it. Do you realize that you create your reality for good or for worse? Remember the law. To those who just jump in, positive, negative, up and down, black and white, the front, the back, God, devil, the yin and yang. Okay, 2 eyes, 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 sides of the brain, the reptilius mind, the draconis mind. Okay, the reptilius mind is there. When you're negative, when you're upset, when you're greedy, when you refuse love and light, when you're racist, when you're jealous, when you're envious, when you give me the thumb down, you are reptilius infected. It's just the way it is. And that could be me too. When I'm nasty, when I'm negative against anything or anybody that upset me, then I control myself. No. I don't want to feed the reptilius. I'd rather work with the draconis. Love and light, happiness, joy. You see, the draconis feed human being with love and light. They feed it with the sun, creative force number 1, the sun. Again, it's okay to take your precaution, your mask, wash your hand, you're keeping your distance and so forth. But it's important to get the vitamin D and walk around in the sun. Old people who die non-stop, as predicted, okay? You cannot go to the sun. They can't. So they can't regenerate, and the reptilians are having fun, making them very, very vulnerable. Well, my friend, all I can tell you is you want to be part of the solution here. You don't want to feed the darkness. Remember, without a day, there is no night. Without a front, there is no back. Without a God, there is no devil. Without a yin, there is no yang. That's why you're symmetrical again. You've got the power in you. You are so much more than blood, bones, and nerves. You're a human being. You are immortal. You have inherited God's power. You were made in the image of God. You like it or not, you know it or not. You guys are God and goddesses in training on this dense physical world to learn to create your reality. And the negative group of human beings have created, in the name of racism and hate and fear, they have created coronavirus. Ask a scientist. Oh, where does a virus come from? Or animals? Oh, yeah, bats, rats. Oh, they're going to give you a logical answer because all they have is their 5 rational or critical senses, our human senses. But there is so much more behind that. So much more, my good friends. And that's all I'm trying to do. Make you aware of it. All right, click on the newsletter. You have access to the next SOS to the World window in a couple of days, 2 or 3 days from now. Read the newsletter and be safe out there. Okay, so I'm home. I just came back from the East Coast. I'm gonna go back again and do my part. You know, I don't really have to do that job, but I'm doing it because, again, as I said, I want to be helping those who need me the most. A lot of people don't want to drive to the East Coast. I mean, for good reason. They don't want to bring that mess to their family, wife, and kids. But I want to help my friends out there. And I want to help you also spiritually, physically, and spiritually. So I get my balance. The question is now, what did you give the world today? What did you give the world today? Okay. So give me something. Join, become a Patreon, a supporter, become a VIP Cosmic Coder. Okay. And then spread the good words. Spread the good words. Now it's just a matter of day before my new movie on the UFO movies on Amazon Prime come out. I'm just waiting for the very last paperwork to be done by Amazon, and then you're gonna watch those 5 UFOs experiences, and you'll understand me a little bit better after that. All right, my good friend, be safe. God bless you, and careful out there. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.